Hi, I'm Wendy from Quinn, Horsemanship and Therapy, and I'm making this YouTube. It's just black in the background. It's not really the pictures, the little spots of light are the neighbors' houses' lights. I'm living in a neighborhood where there's no street lights at present. They have put a new pole in outside our gate. The big thing about this little town of Henley on Klip is it was a village. It was a country village, no street lights. It was just very quaint, very sweet. It still is. But the new people that moved in, because there's some new developments, and the new people that moved in from areas where there were always lights. There's a full moon as well. I'm shifting the camera up. That's the moon. It's not full, 3/4. So the neighborhood got developed with modern houses and really unquaint Henley houses built. My son has a business of, it's actually called Cascading Plans. We do house plans and industrial drafting as well. Consulting for the municipality, as well as site work. Project management, but not necessarily the project, but just some site management for houses and also industrial. We could do that too. Long story, I just had a lot of words today, and I normally load my poor family with my horse stories or my many words, and I decided to do a nighttime video in my quiet neighborhood while there's still no streetlights. Wanting to just share my day of the Shires. I've been putting on record the Shire mare, who's a crossbreed with a pony. She dumped her first 2 riders quite violently. I saw her violent. She's actually she's the one that doesn't have the correct procedures, flight, fight, freeze, faint. She just faints. And then when she comes out of the faint into flight. But it's like coming out of a starting gate. It's like she's just out of there. Anyway, she goes totally quiet, so you can put the saddle and everything on, and the next minute she just takes off. So what I've been doing is I've been waking her up out of a faint freeze state with all the work I do, and she's been getting very upset with me, ears back, head chucking, but at least she's been with me, aware of everything that's going on. There's been nothing hidden that surprises her when she comes to. So I've had the half man on her. I've done the leaping. Last week I only work with her once a week, which is fine because that's what's happy. The owner's happy with that. Last week I was able to tap her anywhere on her whole body with my hat. I have a lovely, lovely Australian hat that my daughter gave me. The genuine deal for the ringers that they wear in the outback. So enjoy that very much. It's marvelous hat, never hot, and if it rains the water runs down, never gets soaked. Lovely hat. Off the subject. Right, so I could have tapped her anywhere, belly, back, a little bit nervous on the one hind quarter, but quickly but I want her to be nervous. I rather want her to be nervous than to be in the faint or freeze mode. Right, so today I went there, we did a bit of work in hand with no tack on. Little bit, just to say we're going to work, and then I walked over to put the saddle on, and the most interesting thing is I actually picked the saddle up, chucked it on, not really like that, but just to get the motion. I didn't put it on and wait for her to get used to the number and all of that. I actually lifted it up high, put it on her back, tied up the girth. All the time she was with me. She wasn't frozen. She was checking what I was doing and moving a bit, and which was marvelous. And then bridle, and we then lunged with my rope halter over the bridle because that's what I do. I'm not going to go into that long talk, but work to there. I've got 3 poles on the ground that the 3 shiers go over. The one pole is very short. It's like a skinny jump. Now, it's too gorgeous. These 3 horses, I've taught them the word over. And so if I point to the skinny pole on the ground, they must go over it. All 3 of them do. They do sometimes avoid. They're not perfect. But they do go over the skinny pole. And I've just got a picture in my mind how they just know they must... Oh, there's my dogs barking at a passerby. They felt the need to bark. Yeah, so I had a really marvelous time with the Shire mare. We had one of these winter mornings. Yesterday it started. And it was overcast. The weather report said we're going to have wind and rain. Well, we never got the wind and rain, but the cold was quite incessant. The clouds have just, as I've been standing here talking to you, I showed you the moon was behind the clouds. I've just looked up now again, and the sky is opening, but it's very cold. And I've got a clinic tomorrow. Workshop is what I want to call it. It's actually it's based for the children at a riding yard. We're going to be doing a little bit of awareness of body work being necessary, and also the awareness of the horsemanship. You know, that's the neighbour coming home. You can just see the light of the car and maybe hear the sound. Yeah, just for the kids to be aware of the horse's body language, to start. A lot of kids just ride, you know, and especially the school ponies, they're just so numb. It's not a bad thing. That's what you want with the school ponies, and then the child goes up from the school pony to its own first pony, and then on to horse later. So that's all good. Yeah, so that's my journey tomorrow is out in Vanderbijl Park. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the stable's name. It was just gone now. But, yeah, we're looking forward to that. I must say that I really love imparting my knowledge. That is where my biggest... I love talking, and I love sharing what I've learned, and I love showing what I learned. So, yeah, what I've understood is that... Right, I want to end this video. Thanks very much for watching my little bits of lights and the moon. I'll lift up the moon. Yeah, I have a website, so I'm going to put it down in the comments below. And please comment and give me feedback. I do believe I would like to... the word morph is what I use a lot. I would like to morph my videos up to something really valuable, and yeah, so I know that just showing the black with the spots of white is not exactly a morphed video, but bear with me while I get my my time of recording settled. I often have to do it at night because that's when I'm coming home, or I do it in the car when I'm driving from yard to yard. So at this stage there isn't much of an option. I'm sure I'll but thanks for the comments, and have a blessed day, evening or morning.